Hello again, vinyl community. Matt here. Today we're going to take a look at 6 albums from the 60s that I bought recently. They are either albums that were released in the 1960s or hits albums containing songs from the 60s. And I got these from different places. Yeah, let's dive right in. First up, the Beatles live at the BBC. Been on my wish list for a little while. Not super high up, admittedly, but I spotted it on eBay for a pretty good price. I think it was somewhere around $20, so which is pretty good. It was in very nice condition. Actually, it still even had shrink on it, but I removed the shrink because it was really kind of destroyed. It was like half hanging off, so I just took the shrink off. All of these tracks are from the 60s. It's a double album set. And these are songs that they recorded for these BBC sessions that they did. And here's the inside. Nice gatefold right there. And it's on, I think it's on the Apple label. Let me just check. Yeah. And these were in near mint condition. So very nice indeed. Yeah, I mean, it does contain a number of hits, but these are not, of course, original recordings of hits. These are songs that the Beatles then, as I say, they went into the BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, and they recorded a bunch of these songs. So it includes the likes of let's see, Long Tall Sally, I Saw Her Standing There, Can't Buy Me Love, Till There Was You, A Hard Day's Night, I Want to Be Your Man, She's a Woman, I Feel Fine, I'm a Loser, Ticket to Ride, Dizzy Miss Lizzie, a bunch of other songs too. So yeah, nice to get that for a good price. Next up, I have the Rolling Stones Hot Rocks 1964 to 71. This is an upgrade copy. The one I had before, actually, the records were pretty nice, but the sleeve was just kind of okay. And I got this from the Rat Hole recently, record store in Riverside, and I spotted it, and it was a little pricey, but I thought, what the heck? This is an 80s reissue, which apparently is this was a little bit controversial, this reissue, because a lot of people thought it sounded too much like the CD, basically. That's what it came down, that's what it came down to. Plus, the very first track, Time Is On My Side, has a different version on this versus the original copy of Hot Rocks that came out in the early 70s. But this was in much nicer condition, and I just couldn't pass it up. And I think it sounds better. It's definitely louder. It's recorded louder. Next up, we have the Small Faces Greatest Hits. They were kind of a psych rock group from the 60s. And I'm pretty, yeah, they are British. I'm almost certain they were British. And they had a number of hits in the UK. Here's the back of it. It includes Ichiku Park, The Universal, Here Comes the Nice, Tin Soldier, All or Nothing, Lazy Sunday. The only wish I had is that I wish All or Nothing was the original studio version. It's actually a live version. I'm not too sure why that is, but it's on the Immediate label. So I'll show you right here. There we go. And this is the label that the Small Faces were on in the 60s as well, was Immediate. And still partially in the shrink, which was nice, very nice condition. And this was from eBay. This was an eBay purchase. It was a deal where a seller had a promotion on. If you bought one record, you got any other record 50% off. Obviously the cheapest one was the one that was 50% off, but so I got this along with an Isaac Hayes record, which I will probably show in a future video. Let's see, what else did we get? Oh yeah, the Best of the Kinks. Yeah, 1964 to 1970. The Kinks were big. They were big back in the 60s, and this is a new, you can tell, this is a new album, but all the big hits from back in the day, You Really Got Me, All Day and All of the Night, Tired of Waiting for You, Dedicated Follower of Fashion, Sunny Afternoon, Waterloo Sunset, Lola as well, which is nice. So yeah, there's some funny little story behind this. Let me show you the label first. This is on BMG, the BMG label. So I originally bought this from Best Buy, of all places. Best Buy now sells vinyl again. Well, maybe, as if they ever did, I don't know. But anyway, but you can buy vinyl records in Best Buy, which is cool. And I think the prices are okay. They're certainly cheaper than Barnes & Noble. So it's not really saying much, but they are. Anyway, and I bought this Kinks album from Best Buy, but when I got it home, I wasn't entirely happy. Like, it had some bad dings in it. It had a big crease that I just hadn't noticed in my haste picking it up, and so I ended up returning it. But they didn't have any other copies that I wanted. Well, they had one other copy, but that was in even worse condition. So I ended up getting something else. But and I thought, well, let me just see if I can find it online. So I did, and in fact, and this ended up being, even with shipping, several dollars cheaper than it would have been at Best Buy. And it wasn't sealed, but it's still in the shrink, still got the hype sticker, and it's mint condition, basically. So that's the story behind that. Now, speaking of Best Buy, this one actually did come from Best Buy. This is the Jimi Hendrix Experience, Axis Boulder's Love. Now, I got a pretty good deal on this because it wasn't in the shrink. I don't know why. I mean, almost all the records are in the shrink. And so I thought, let me just see what the deal is with it. So, I went to pay for it, and I said, can I, what's the deal with this? Is some kind of discount? And it has just a few little, no seam splits, but a few little white dots here. So it's not mint. It's still like an EX, probably close to near mint condition, but it wasn't brand new. And so they ended up giving me quite a bit of money off of it. It should have been, I think it should have been close to $20, and I ended up paying, I think it was 11 something after the discount they gave me. It was like a 30 or 40% discount or something. So yeah, I thought, what the heck, for that price? Absolutely. And let me see, what label is this on? This is on Legacy. It's probably Sony, is it? I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, it's an imprint of Sony. And this has, what's on this? Little Wing is on this. It's probably my favorite song on the album. It's a great track. Yeah. So that means that's my third Hendrix album now on vinyl. So that's cool. And then finally, last but not least, I picked up Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits. Now, this is a 70s compilation, but most of the tracks on here are from the late 60s, Big Brother and the Holding Company and so on. So I thought I'm going to have to get this. This is another one. I saw it at Best Buy. I did not buy it from Best Buy, but I saw it there. And I was tempted, and I thought, and I passed. And then at some point, I was listening to some Janis Joplin. I think I had someone at work, and I was playing it in the background. And I it's one of those things, I just forgot how great she was. And I thought, and I was wishing that I got it. So I was like, what, let's just quickly go on eBay and have a look. So this is another one, not brand new. It had been opened, but still in the shrink, still got the hype sticker, still, near mint condition. And again, ended up being quite a few dollars cheaper than it would have been if I'd gone back to Best Buy to get it. So, all the big hits are on here. Or the big songs that she's known for, I guess. Piece of My Heart, Summertime, Me and Bobby McGee, Get It While You Can. That's a great track, Get It While You Can. So yeah, Janis Joplin definitely died too young. If you haven't ever listened to or seen any of her interviews from back in the day, she was on like the Dick Cavett show and various other shows. Go and take a look. You can find them on YouTube. She was a very engaging personality. I really like her a lot, and she was another one in the 70s that was taken too soon. But yeah, so that's it, guys. 6 records from the 60s. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I always appreciate your comments. If you'd like to subscribe, please hit the button below. Hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. And thank you as always for watching. Till next time. Bye bye.